Greetings, aspirants. So, the concept we are going to discuss for today is the solid and liquid fuel rockets. We might be seeing in the like about the launch vehicles that it's a solid stage launch vehicle, liquid stage launch vehicle. So, we'll try to understand what are the basics or the what is the main working or the difference between the solid and the liquid fuel rockets. Now, let me start with showing you a picture. If you can see the setup, this is for the liquid. This is for the liquid engine. This is for the liquid rocket engine, and this is for the solid rocket engine. As you can observe in the solid rocket engine, you just have the cylinder of solid fuel and oxidizer, and you just have an igniter. Whereas with the liquid fuel, we have a liquid oxidizer, also liquid fuel chamber, gas generator, and also oxidizer pump, a fuel pump. The setup is very complex and heavy in the liquid stage, in the liquid rocket engine, whereas in the solid rocket engine, it's very simple. Now, talking about the solid rocket engine. So the fuel and oxidizer are mixed together in a solid propellant, which is packed in a solid cylinder. So the fuel and oxidizer are mixed and like put in a chamber, and later which is packed in a solid cylinder. Now, when you ignite this mixture, it is going to like create a flame. It is going to create the flame, and it's going to burn the fuel. A flame front is generated, which burns the mixture. This flame front burns the mixture, and then the amount of exhaust gas that is produced depends on the area of the flame front, and also this flame front is going to give us the necessary thrust. Is going to give us the necessary thrust for the rocket to go up. And also once the fuel starts burning, you can't control this fuel. You can't stop it. It's going to burn until it's like until it's completed. Understood? What are the main advantages or the disadvantages of this solid rocket engine? The main advantage is first advantage is it's cheaper. It's very cheaper compared to the liquid fuel engine. Secondly, it's very easy to build. As we have seen that there is no complex setup. There is no complex setup, as I have shown you in the beginning of the video. And also, it's going to have an advantage of uneven burning, since it's a solid fuel, and since it's like once we like ignite it, it's going to burn or by itself. We can't control that flame. So it's going to result in uneven burning. Also, the burning or the thrust produced by this cannot be controlled. Where in case of the liquid fuel engine, right? So the first one is cheaper. Second one, it's very easy to build. Third, it leads to uneven burning because it's a solid fuel. And the fourth disadvantage is that it cannot be controlled. The thrust cannot be controlled. Now, talking about the liquid engines, here the fuel and the oxidizer are sent into a chamber, and there the combustion is done. So the stored fuel and the stored oxidizer, which are stored, are pumped into a combustion chamber where they are mixed, and that mixture is burned. Or ignited. The combustion produces great amounts of exhaust gas at high temperature and pressure, and the hot exhaust which passes through a nozzle is going to give the thrust which is required for the rocket to go up. And this thrust is given as per the Newton's third law of motion. Now, what are the main advantages or disadvantages of it? First one, it's very complicated. The system is very complicated, as you have seen in the beginning of the video, because it's going to have a lot of things. It's going to make a rocket heavier. And it's very complicated to build compared to the solid propellant rockets. But they have the advantage of being able to shut down and restart again, or even after the burning has started. This dependence or this ability to control the thrust makes these rockets more reliable and safer to use, because you can immediately stop it and again restart the burning. So it's more reliable and safer to use. Talking about the fourth, it can generate more power. Than the solid propellant rockets, making them best suited for higher payloads. Because we were able to include the liquid stages in the GSLV and the later PSLV stages, we were able to augment the payload capacity. So that's a simple example of it. And later, talking about the energy density or the specific thrust, it provides higher energy density. Compared to the solid rockets. So in this video, we have seen the differences between the solid and liquid fuel stages, and also the difference between the working of the solid fuel and liquid fuel rockets. We'll be back again with another concept. Thank you.